Got a long one today.
Oh, hello. Keeping it sexy, you know? Oh, man.
All right, here we go. Hello. Okay, good morning all. We're gonna talk about resentment. So this is a common theme among those who feel that their expectations have been unmet, their boundaries have been violated, or more often than not, there's this perceived unfairness that they have been, for whatever reason, been given unjustly outcome comparatively to their peer or family or friends or acquaintance. And it's one of those things that builds up slowly like a nasty toxin. And a lot of times it just comes from favor that was unacknowledged, a need that was never communicated, or a boundary that you thought of but you just never enforced. There was this unspoken expectation. And the point is that there was some sacrifice that you made in hope that someone else would appreciate. Sacrifice that was made with the hope that someone eventually would notice, appreciate, reciprocate, and it doesn't hit you all at once. At first it's manageable, it's nothing, like we brush it off, it is what it is. We don't put too much thought into it. But over time there's this accumulation of built up frustrations that creep their way into our lives. And this is unfortunately where you see the blossoming of bitterness and its silent presence. If we expect others to recognize the needs that we never expressed, frustration is going to emerge. And unfortunately, the truth is that it's a self-inflicted choice that you end up projecting out onto the world, given that you allow it to unfold that way, because you always have a choice in that realm. It's really no one else's fault. We can't expect others to know what we need right off the bat, which is why it's extremely important to communicate what that is. As much as I'm into psychic phenomenon, the average person's ability to read thoughts is highly unlikely. Resentment is really not about what happened. It's more about the gap between expectation and communication, or what was or what wasn't communicated. Transparency is probably the key word. The wider the gap becomes, the more the resentment begins to build. And this isn't to say to stop caring, because that just wouldn't help anyone. And the last thing you want to do is suppress your needs. But I would argue that the solution is probably clarity and understanding through a shared experience and interaction over a period of time. If you want to stop watering resentment, communication needs to be a standard before the bitterness accumulates, and even more so, establishing boundaries beforehand. Being direct about your needs is far better and is going to yield way better outcomes for the flourishing of any relationship, whether it's your friends or your family, coworkers, acquaintances. Hardly gonna see a relationship break under the weight of a single moment, although it does happen. The point that I'm trying to make is, for this, there's this erosion of weight made up of accumulated misunderstandings. Resentment is evidence of the truth that more often than not should have been spoken much earlier. So the sooner that needs or disruptions of our inner world are brought into light, the less power they have to grow in the dark. Hope this helps. Thanks for watching, and peace.